cold. My fingers are freezing. My app for my drone's not working, so I can't shoot the neighborhood video I was going to shoot today. I'm over it. I'm gonna go inside. What's up, everybody? John Kromm here. If you have any idea what that was about, you gotta like it. Just give me a like. So we're back in the studio, and instead of talking about the neighborhood tour that we wanted to do, we'll get back to that. We're gonna go ahead and give you 5 awesome tips for making sure you actually get that house in 2022. Let's get it. Considering all that we're up against here in 2022 with the current market, this video could mean the difference between actually getting a house this year or not. For most people who want to relocate here to Central Oregon, the biggest challenge is how to take the equity in their current house wherever they live and transfer it in the form of a down payment to their next house here in Central Oregon. Now, under normal circumstances, this is done through what is called a contingency, meaning you write an offer on a house that you want to buy, and it goes a little something like this. Yes, I'll have that house, please. You'll just have to wait a moment for me to sell mine. Thank you. And that's how it works. However, in this market, a contingent offer will simply get laughed at.
We are laughing.
So you have to be ready to write that offer with cash in hand right from the get-go. How do you do that? Well, tip number 1, go ahead and sell that house and then get a rental and rent here in town while you're looking for that house to buy. Now, this is probably the most inconvenient because nobody wants to move twice, right? I totally get it. And finding an interim rental can be tough. But from a seller's perspective, that's far more secure than a contingent offer. You already have the cash in hand and you are ready to go. Tip number 2, buying a new construction home that might be months away from being finished. Not saying this will always work and every builder's a little different, but you might be able to get a home under contract, a new construction home under contract with a contingency. I know, I just said you get laughed at on the last one. If the home is 6 months from completion and all of your down payment money is tied up in your other home, well then you might be able to sell it a little further down the escrow period as the home gets nearer to completion. Even negotiate a good rent back, and boom, maybe you'll only have to move once. Remember, when you're buying a new construction spec house, you don't have to have all of that money until the home is finished and you're ready to close and move in. Tip number 3, you can always get a cash out refi to come up with a down payment. Maybe you're not selling your current house. Maybe you're thinking of keeping it as a rental, and that is not a bad idea. In this case, you've got the equity, but it's tied up in a house, so what you can do is a cash out refinance. You take that equity out, you cash it out, and then you have it for your next purchase. Now, this increase in debt load needs to be covered by your DTI, your debt to income ratio, and it's going to up the mortgage payment of that previous property. But if you can offset some of that with rental income, then you've got the cash and you can easily roll that into your next purchase. Then you have 2 properties.
I don't know. I don't understand.
Number 4, get your taxes done. This is specifically the time of year when taxes will make or break you. You need to get them done early and so that you know what your options are. If you had a better year than last year, you'll probably be able to afford more. If you had a worse year than last year, you need to know it now before you go put an offer in on a house. Tip number 5, cash is king. Not even kidding you, the more cash you have to put down, or if you can buy a whole house with cash, that is absolutely your best bet in winning, especially with multiple offers. I know, not everyone's got $1 million sitting around in a bank account. I certainly don't. But cash is king. That's your best tip. Without that, you want to have as much cash as possible when it comes to purchasing a house. So 5% down is not nearly as good as 10% down, which isn't nearly as good as 20 or 25 or 50% down. Yep, Dave's right. Cash is king.
Thank you. Love what you do.
Okay, little bonus tip here that doesn't have to do with down payments or financing here. This is just about being ready. Do your own homework and your own research. Some people are more easygoing, some people are more particular, but if you're not from here, you need to get familiar quickly. Yes, we will do more neighborhood home tours. I make that promise to you now. But the number one tip that we can give you is to use Google Maps. Use Google Satellite, use Google Drive, Street View, and really research the areas when a home pops up that you're interested in. Look for train tracks, look for the nearest park, major roadways. You want to make sure that that area is what you want. If you're interested in drive times or wondering how far away it is from things, plug it into Google. See how far it is to the nearest school or the nearest Target or the hospital or downtown. It's not going to be far, I can tell you that. Nothing's far away from anything around here. Ultimately, help us by helping you by digging deep into the details of the area that you're looking to buy so that you know what to expect. So far, this market is shaping up to be one of those ready, fire, aim kind of situations. And so all of the help that you can give yourself and us is going to be really important. That's all for today. I'm going to go ahead and get back to figuring out how to get this thing up and running again so we can give you more neighborhood tours in the coming weeks. And go ahead and be sure to subscribe. You want to keep up to date with everything that's going on in Central Oregon real estate. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Oh, and a quick disclaimer before I actually push this video out. I am not a financial advisor. This was not financial advice. I'm not even a lender. No, realtor. That's me. Yeah. Whew. Dodge that bullet.